remember my first semester of nursing school. I was sitting down in my room looking at those massive textbooks and wondering, how am I supposed to learn all that information? Unfortunately, I learned it through the hard way and I don't want that for you. So, I'm going to share my 7 nursing secrets that they don't tell you in nursing school. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's gist. For my visual learners, it's so important for you to use color coded notes, diagrams, and charts. That's your thing. For my auditory learners, lectures, podcasts, explaining everything out loud to yourself, and even a study buddy, that's your thing. However, for my kinesthetic learner, that means you need to physically do things with your hands. That includes sitting with mannequins, acting out procedures, or even writing things over and over again. For me, I'm a visual learner, so I had to adjust my study methods to match that. And once I did, almost everything just clicked though. So it's very important for you to know your study method. Honest with your stuff. How do you study best? You know this, you stop wasting your time on study methods that don't work best for you. I thought I can read every single page of that textbook, but that was a big fat lie. You know if you do that at all. Oh. Instead, you should use the chapter objectives and pay attention to what your professor emphasizes in class. If your professor states, this is very important, or they spend more time on that topic, or they even elaborate, or they keep repeating the same information, that is what you need to focus on that textbook. You cannot read every single page in the textbook. This one literally saved my life, especially for those who are visual learners. Watch YouTube all the time, especially Simple Nursing, Level Up RN, and Nurse Sarah. They're the best. Sometimes they explain things so much easier that textbook, which just contains a lot of medical jargon. The YouTube videos can be within 10 minutes and explains the most important information. I remember during nursing school, I was watching YouTube while I was brushing my teeth, doing my hair, even taking a shower. It was literally at the background. So for all of my visual learners, and even also for the auditory learners, listening to YouTube videos, they are important. Next one might sound silly, but it actually works. Use a red pen when your professor is in you in class. I don't know what it is particularly about a red pen, but I feel like I associated the color red with correction or importance, and it just makes it very easy for my brain to click the information my professor is saying when I write it in red pen. However, this information needs to be short and concise. You don't have the time to write every single thing your professor says, because if you do that, you're not actually listening to your professor or processing in that information. So next time, write your notes with red pen and tell me if it actually works for you. Come closer. A little more. This is the information that is the most important in this video. Practice questions. You just don't supposed to just read the books into podcasts or lectures. The most important thing of them all is practice questions. I'm focusing on NCLEX style questions. It's not just knowing the information, knowing how to apply it. And the only way that's possible is by doing practice questions. Sometimes in fact, most times you're gonna get a lot of those practice questions wrong. But that doesn't mean that you just move on to the next question. Not at all. Rather, you should look at the rationales, understand why did I get that question wrong. This prevents you from missing the same question next time or seeing the similar question on your exam. So if there's anything that I told you in this video and you don't want to do any of them, this is a non-negotiable step. do your practice questions and do a lot. Not one, I mean hundreds of those practice questions. Okay, everyone talks about getting into a study group. I need to be in a certain study group. I need to have a study group. I mean, if study group works for you, that's good. But I highly recommend a study partner. Find a person that is serious about succeeding, who wants to win and also wants you to win. That person must be smart, okay? Smart, motivated, shares the same vision as you. The person does not want to compete with you. Rather, they want you guys to win together. The good thing about having a study partner is that you guys can quiz each other, such as doing practice questions, explain the concept you're not understanding well, and also keep each other accountable. The funny thing is that when you teach someone else a concept, you're actually teaching yourself that concept. So once again, I highly recommend a study partner, but you can consider study groups, but find what works for you. Most important one, or the one that keeps me going, is prayer and my mental health. I pray before every exam and while I'm studying, and I pray for for retention, and also because sometimes I get really anxious when I'm taking my exam. I pray from a calm heart, and during that time, it really works for me. The thing I also highly recommend is taking care of your mental health. This is not optional. Nursing school is hard, mentally, physically, emotionally draining, and you have to pour back to yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you need at least a mental health day for you to properly rest and be energized. For me and my friends during nursing school, Friday nights were our nights. During those times, we listened to music, we danced, we watched The Last Ship, sometimes even The Gifted show. It made that life exists outside of nursing. Please do not feel guilty at all that you're taking time to take care of yourself. Your mental health is a priority, it's important. So self-care is necessary. So take good care of yourself. So there you have it. These are the 7 secrets that I'm telling you about nursing school. Nursing school is tough. It's draining. It's exhausting. I'm gonna lie, there were times that I wanted to give up, and there were times I was crying like a baby. I mean, there was more times that I was crying like a baby. You know what? I made it, and I know you would too. So you're capable, you're resilient. Just keep pushing, never give up. It will get hard. I know it will. Just keep on fighting. You can always come back to this video if you feel like you need more motivation and rewatch it. The video helps you in any way possible. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment down below letting me know which tip resonated with you the most. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me, and I hope you really at least apply one of my tips that I listed. Wonderful day. See you in my next video. Goodbye.